Hey, welcome back. As parents, you want the best for your children, so we're going to go over the 3 mistakes to avoid if you want your kids to earn money.
Dwayne Farnsworth, author of Awesome at Work, joins us to lead the way. Dwayne, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Now, how exciting. You have this new book coming out end of April. Will you tell us about it?
Yes, it's called Awesome at Work, and it's teaching teens and youth how to earn money. There's a lot of time given to how to spend money properly, but a lot of times families will not focus on having their kids earn their own money. That's a valuable skill to learn.
Well, and there's, the parenting doesn't come with a handbook. And so you say there's 3 mistakes that you should really avoid to instill, good habits in your kids when it comes to money.
Yes, 3 mistakes we need to avoid if we want our kids to earn money. The first one I call the Ben Franklin blunder, and that is letting our kids treat us like an ATM. If we want our kids to learn how to earn money, don't give them money. They need to go out and knock it out of the park, sell themselves, and create a benefit for someone and learn what it takes so they understand the relationship between working and having money.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Now, what about allowance for like chores around the house and stuff like that? Because we do that.
Yes, my wife and I, we decided early on that we weren't going to pay an allowance to our children. What we did is we give them things for schooling and for scouts and things that are necessary, but they interviewed for jobs that we would post, and they would even compete among siblings to get those jobs. And that gave us a chance to teach them communication skills and to teach them that if they want to earn money, they have to be of a benefit of somehow. We also told them, if you don't do this job right, your brother wants this job, so we'll fire you. If necessary.
Well, I think it's very basic and very essential, these skills that you're teaching them. It's classical conditioning. If you do something well, if you do something good, you'll get a reward back. You're not just going to get something for nothing.
It brings me to the second point, and the second mistake we need to avoid as parents when we're teaching our kids how to earn money is what I call the Donald Trump trap, and that is not allowing your kids to work for other people when they're learning and growing up. Now, if our kids work for Donald Trump, what we'd probably hear is, "You're fired." But that's okay, because there's valuable lessons to be learned even in getting fired sometimes. As parents, we have a responsibility to most parents don't have the guts to fire their own kids. That's what I've learned. So let's let them get out, work for other people, even if that means, and gain valuable work experience, even if that means they might get fired.
Right, so you're saying that even if they mow someone else's lawn, they're still taking it upon themselves to sort of be the master of their own destiny.
Yes, and they have to do a $5 job if they're charging $5. Mowing somebody else's lawn, the neighbor's going to say, "Hey, what's this? $3 job for a $5 payment? I don't agree,"
Yeah. Okay, now I'm really interested in this third mistake. It's called the PlayStation problem.
Yes.
I think we might have this in our household, so.
Well,
a lot of places.
It happens a lot of places in the world, but the PlayStation problem is not teaching your kids valuable skills as they're growing up. We have a responsibility as parents to make sure that we teach them skills that are marketable. If playing video games was a valuable skill, we'd have more teenage millionaires in this country than adult millionaires. So we need to let them go out. A friend of mine recently told me that he got his first job washing dishes at a restaurant when he was 14 because the restaurant owner asked him, "Do you know how to wash dishes?" And he said, "Yeah, I learned how to wash dishes in my mother's kitchen." And he got a job that earned him money. It's a little spending cash, pocket cash, and he had valuable work experiences by the time he went off to college.
Yeah, now is there an age that's too young to start instilling these types of habits in your kids?
Well, we really begin with working with the youth, ages 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think it's too young for chores in the household, but in terms of earning money out for your neighbors or for somebody at church or somebody, 11, 12, 13 is a good time. And then 14, 15 is a time where we start teaching them to work for other people, whether it's a sandwich shop or whatever else.
Well, I love that, and I would definitely want to make sure we get to the EARN formula. Now, is that an acronym?
It's an acronym. EARN is the EARN formula and how your teens can earn money. E stands for energy, enthusiasm, excitement about who they are and what they do. A stands for ask. They need to ask themselves, what do I really want? They need to ask questions about the job when they're interviewing, and they need to ask for the job. R stands for ready. Be ready. Be prepared to interview at a moment's notice, be prepared to ask for the job, and be prepared to start the job. And finally, the N in the EARN formula stands for network. Everyone in our family, all of our friends, our entire social network needs to know that we're looking for work because the best jobs are filled through network referrals.
Definitely, and I think as parents, it's your job to monitor how your kid sort of comes into his own and goes out into the world and represents himself.
Yes, very important.
That's wonderful. And so if we want to learn a little bit more about the book and about you and what you do, where can we go?
Well, awesomeatwork.com is where I do this because that's the cover
That's
the
the
teenager
thing.
on the book.
That's the thing.
And kids want to be awesome, and kids are very entrepreneurial. They actually do want to work when you get them out there. It's hard to get them pushed, but once they start doing it, with my wife and I, we found that our kids were excited to be doing what they were doing. So please visit us at awesomeatwork.com.
Dwayne, such an important point to bring up, and we want to thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Definitely. And like Dwayne said, to learn more about himself and his coaching and his book, you can log on to awesomeatwork.com.